Well, Peter has an existential crisis over whose story this is. He is going to deliver it for today's Not So Critical update.
This is everybody's story. This is all our stories, internet. Yes. Welcome to the new deal where billionaires can buy private social networks for their own personal, to make it more open and less censorshipy and whatever. This is
the town square of the internet.
Twitter. Yes, the town square of the internet. Yeah, guys, that's all it is. It's all for the public.
Thanks, I hate it.
Yeah, thanks, I hate it. Perfect. Oh my god. Oh god. So can I just start off by saying
we are not breaking this story. By the way, if you haven't heard it before now, welcome to the party. You are not in the loop.
Yeah, I'm sure that the value of that rock you've been living under has gone up significantly in the time that you've been hiding away from the rest of the world. But it's Elon Musk is paying $45 billion of his private equity, which he's raised against the value of the thing he's buying somehow, to buy
people buy shit.
He's taking
to re-privatize Twitter, which wasn't. It was public. It is public. Like, it's so absurd.
Yeah.
And this isn't something new. Microsoft is doing this right now with Activision. I guess the scary thing is that it's not Microsoft. It's a single person.
Yeah.
And they're going to single-handedly control one of the largest social mediums on the planet.
But you know, as Jack said, no one person.
Jack Dorsey, by the way.
Jack Dorsey, yes. At Jack. Hey, dude, I know you're a watcher. As he said, no one person should own Twitter because it's really more of a platform than anything else. But Musk is the exception there because, you know.
He said special. That was not part of the statement.
That's what
Musk
he said.
Is the exception from Jack Dorsey. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He said Elon is the single exception that he would trust. Something like that.
I wonder how much money Elon paid Jack to endorse this.
Side deals. So if you're a Twitter shareholder, this probably makes perfect sense because it's the only way you're going to see money from your investment.
Yeah.
The share is never going to be worth this much again. But my main takeaway is there should be no billionaires.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I'm done with billionaires. These people are out of hand. They just have too much money. It's ridiculous. Tax the billionaires.
I forget
into
exactly.
oblivion.
It was the UN. The UN. It was the UN that said Elon basically. I forget how it came up, but Elon basically said, I think it was to the United Nations. Currently, I believe the number to end world hunger is something like 6 billion. Obviously, Elon has that.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That seems like a shockingly low number.
Yeah, hold on. Let me
Gates would have done
that.
Gates
Check myself
is
here.
end all that kind of stuff, isn't he? Gates is trying to give away his money. He's the biggest problem is trying to give away.
No, but Bill Gates isn't trying to end world hunger. Elon, was it 6 billion?
Gotta be more.
Yeah. I don't know. Also, John's doing his live research here. Live librarianism.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, but I got it.
I just hate the whole thing. Don't care.
Yeah.
And
it's ridiculous.
It's so exhausting and it's so boring. And Elon Musk, I have muted on Twitter now. Like, it's just whatever.
It's a great mute, by the way. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. So Elon told the UN that if they gave him a budgeted breakdown of how $6 billion could end world hunger, he would do it. They gave him the budget, and then he decided not to do it, and instead decided to spend $45 billion
It's not an either or choice. He's a fraud. He's an ass. Like, so Elon Musk is basically like the Howard Hughes of our time, right? Like, genius guy, super smart, has advanced a ton of industries. Full credit for all that. But batshit crazy. Stay out of this.
Who's Howard Hughes?
Who's Howard? Howard Hughes was the essentially the founder of Hughes Aircraft, pioneer in flight, wealthy inventor.
Who's Iron Man? Was he? It's like Howard Stark.
I think you'd maybe say loosely what Iron Man was based on, possibly.
Okay, for real?
Yeah, it's kind of like an eccentric millionaire. Inventor, did all kinds of like weird shit, very quirky, lots of mental health issues. Basically, Elon Musk.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Minus the like Iron Man suit and stuff, and like being a good guy. So my point, I guess, was that Elon he's a two-time like just trickster in my book, because
absolutely,
he clearly has the means and the money to solve some real issues. The UN were like, here's a bunch of starving children, go feed them. Here's our plan of attack on this issue. And he was like, actually, never mind.
Like, I think he's an earnest guy. Like, I think he means what he said. He thinks he means it when he says it, at any rate. And he's had like,
but then he doesn't, though, because he literally went to them.
Yeah,
and then went back on his word after they did all that work.
He's such, plus this whole $10 billion, I'm going to sell $10 billion shares if Twitter tells me to. Like, never mind the fact that you've got this tax liability that you have to settle, and that this was all decided well in advance, and this is all just for show.
Well, it's a very smart way of like keeping his followers in line, because you give them the illusion of choice. I forget, it was an absurd amount of people that were like, hell yeah, make money, get the bag, king. But like, no.
Here's the problem I have, right? And I've only just realized this. I'm struggling to see a situation where I would have done something differently. Like where I would have thought to myself, if I had done that, I wouldn't have thought, yeah, that's pretty smart, Pete. Well done. Yeah.
Which part? The selling the shares?
Anything, all of it. Like I use Twitter. I like Twitter. It's not the Twitter I want. I'm going to buy it. Yeah, okay. People are accusing me of not paying any tax. I'm like, hang on, I could get rid of my tax thing. Right, I'll do that. Yeah, sell a bunch of shares and get my tax thing sorted out. Yeah, nice one, Pete. Well done. If I can do it, why not? He's probably got people that arranged all that. He's like, hey, can I buy Twitter? And people are like, yeah, I think so. If you do this complicated financial situation, he's like, well, okay, then. It doesn't really make any difference to him, right? He's just telling people to sort it out for him. It's not sort of, why not? He's still got a few billion left. It's not like he's going to run out of money.
It's just, I guess it's a very strange purchase. Like, what is he planning on using Twitter for?
Because he could buy several Twitters, right? It's like it's like on Black Friday, why? you just buy a 78-inch TV because you're like, oh, I fancy that at the time. And then you get home and you realize you can't fit it in the fucking doorway because it's so big. I mean, what's he going to do with Twitter? He's probably just going to sell it or do nothing with it.
He was mad that there's no edit button.
Right.
It's an edit button.
Is it all because of that kid? Is it all because of that kid that's tracking him? That's tracking his jet?
Oh,
is this what it's about?
I think that's part of it. That's one of the things.
You offered him $50,000 or something. The kid was like, "No, this is fun, and you're a douchebag. I'm not going to take the money." And Elon was like, "Then I'll spend $50 billion."
I know. Yeah, right. And interesting. So that's the other side of it. Is his main claim is that he wants to make it a true free speech platform, while at the same time trying to shut down people like this and canceling Tesla orders for bloggers. And he is not a free speech somebody who lives free speech.
Right.
He's somebody who claims it because it plays well with his rich buddies. I don't know. I don't buy it.
No, me neither.
It's an impulse buy. That's what I think.
There should be no billionaires.
How long was it? Like weeks between him buying 10% of 9% of Twitter and then going, "Oh, no, fuck it, I'm gonna buy the whole thing." It's the chocolate bar left out of the fridge, and he just keeps going to the kitchen and he's like, "Oh man, I'm just he's just eating the whole thing."
He just has more money than he knows what to do with, and this is the stupid idea that he had for it.
You know what though? I hope that he does something good with it. I hope that he follows through and it becomes a better platform for it.
Okay, Peter.
Peter. Why not?
Okay.
Good luck to you, Elon.
Well, sure.
I know you're watching. Good luck to me.
I don't know. I don't feel like that's what's going to happen. I also don't think that Twitter's going anywhere. Like my view on things have been tainted since the Twitch hack.
Twitch, yeah. Nothing can kill it.
Basically, like it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. People are so complacent. They're so comfortable. It's like doesn't fucking matter if Elon buys it or if Jeff buys it, or they're really what Jeff and Elon are constantly doing is just measuring dicks. That's what it comes down to.
Oh, Jeff Bezos, I think, is actually a little bit more evil than Elon. Elon's more of the kind of
I think so too. But they're all just shit.
Yeah,
they're just super rich dudes who spend their money in crazy ways.
$1 billion is too much. There should be no billionaires.
Okay. Yes,
that's very, I feel like that's very. What's the word I'm looking for?
I'm gonna keep saying it.
Mike, you're a valued member of the team, and we appreciate your opinion.
Just gonna keep saying it until I win.
Yeah, it's exhausting though. Like
we all share it equally.
If it gets taken down, if it all goes to shit and everybody abandons Twitter, we'll find another social media network.
Well, there are many.
Yeah,
alternatives.
it's not gonna happen,
right?
Yeah, sorry.
There's a new app I heard.
There's a new app I
heard about. Mastodon that does. I think that ties in. It's called like Truth Social. It's a very original name, if you ask me.
Okay, let's do a different segment. I wanted in this segment to talk about politics, but let's do another segment to talk, because we've already been going for 12 minutes now. So let's cut this one off. We'll do another segment and get into all that stuff.
Okay,
we'll see you guys soon.